Women and children! This way! Women and children!
Head for that ship on the horizon. Transfer your passengers and tell their captain to come at once. We require urgent assistance.
Surely they can see our rockets, sir.
If they can, they are not responding. As quickly as you can.
Aye, aye, sir.
Quickly now! Women and children!
Quickly! The boats are leaving!
Daddy, where are we going?
Shh, love, we're going on a little adventure. We'll be back soon.
Over here. Let's try this one.
I'm afraid it's women and children only, sir.
Please, sir, can't you see my wife needs help with the children?
Sorry, sir. Captain's orders.
What's the meaning of this? Is this a drill?
Only a precaution, sir. Everyone will be back aboard in good time.
John, I can't manage without you. I need you.
We'll just have to for now.
But
Don't worry, Marie. I'll get on another boat. You go ahead with the children.
Daddy, I don't want to go without you.
John, I don't see any men boarding lifeboats.
I'm sure there's other boats further down letting men board. Right, David, help your mother and sister board.
Yes, Dad.
I'm sorry, sir. Women and children only.
For God's
He's
sake,
just a
he's
boy.
just a boy.
What age is he?
He's only 16.
He'll have to stay on board with the other men.
God's sake.
Do something, John.
Is there nothing you can do? My wife can't manage alone.
I'm afraid not, sir. Captain's orders.
Hey, the officers are letting the boys leave on the other side. You must hurry.
Thanks, friend. Marie, take the baby. Look after Emily. We'll get on another boat. Emily, Daddy loves you very much. Be good for your mother and sister. We'll see you again soon.
Daddy, don't go. You have to come with us. We won't be able to find you.
Shush now, love. You're going on the boat with your mum and your sister. We'll be along shortly, I promise.
Daddy, I don't want to go.
Women and children.
Go straight to the next boat.
Hurry now.
Do what
This
you
way,
must
please.
to get aboard. Do you understand?
I will, ma'am, I will. Don't worry.
Mind him, John.
Right, Emily. Time to go. Be brave.
No.
Here,
No,
let me out.
Daddy,
Emily,
please.
go. You have to
I want
go with your mother.
With you.
Go.
Please let me go with
No.
you. Dad.
We'll be all right. Be
Please.
good, child. We'll see you soon.
We'll head straight for another boat.
Women and children. Final call.
Right, it's time to go.
No.
She must be terrified.
Oh, the poor thing.
No.
Ready the ropes.
Bye. Bye, Emily. Bye,
Roll it
Marie.
away.
Daddy.
There, sweetheart. They'll be fine.
Thank you.
My daughter was the same growing up. Father's favorite.
Do you believe there's any real danger?
Oh no, dear. I saw men locking the watertight doors as I left my cabin. I'm sure we will be back on board soon.
Hey, how do we get to the lifeboats? Hey, how do we get to the lifeboats?
Oh dear. Do the steerage have their own boats?
I don't know. There should be boats in the third-class decks, but I haven't seen any.
Surely there must be extra boats kept elsewhere. Otherwise, how can all the passengers leave the ship?
How's your ankle, Helen? You took quite a tumble boarding the boat.
Swollen. I think it may be broken.
Oh dear. When we get back on board, Dr. O'Loughlin can look over it. At least this could make an interesting story for your next novel.
Yes, well, perhaps this type of adventure novel would best suit Colonel Gracie.
Oh, I do hope Father is safe. Surely he'd be safer on board the Titanic than here in this boat. Yes, well, this is not quite the ending to our adventure that I was expecting. Do you remember Father's face when we were...
Steady forward and lower away astern.
Steady forward. Lower together, men.
Hold off! I can't manage this boat with only one seaman.
Are there any sailors aboard? Present yourselves. This boat needs another hand. I am a yachtsman, sir. I can row. If you're seaman enough to get onto that boat, you can go. Swing over that loose rope.
Ready?
Oh my goodness.
There, by the oarlock.
Thank you.
Ready!
Lower away! Lower together.
It's so dreadfully cold tonight.
Almost there, Mother.
How long must we sit in these boats?
Till morning. Be glad you're in here and not up there.
I wasn't unpleasant, man.
Mass was lovely this morning.
How nice the captain attended.
Yes, this is his last journey commanding a ship.
Such a beautiful ship to retire with.
There was a planned lifeboat drill this morning. They postponed it so the captain could attend Mass instead.
Oh, perhaps that explains why the sailors on the deck seemed almost unprepared when lowering this lifeboat.
And why our lifeboat has only 3 sailors.
Yes, this whole affair has been managed rather badly. I shall be making a complaint when we come aboard Titanic.
Help! I'm trapped! Help! Help!
Mommy, I'm scared.
Shh, it'll be fine.
Get ready to release the ropes.
Aye, aye, sir.
There's water coming in!
Get that plug in! The boat will founder!
I have it.
You there! Stand on that plug! Make sure it doesn't come out!
Well, I never...
Man the oars! We need to leave this ship! Her suction will pull us under! Pull! Hurry, damn you!
Where are we heading? Towards the lights on the horizon, just off the port bow.
Pull! Put your backs into it!
We can help row.
No! The men will row.
I can steer the rudder, so you can row?
No, you will not. Sit down!
Look, child. Look what I have here. He's friendly. He won't bite. Would you like to hold him?
He's so soft.
Can you look after him for me? While we're on this boat?
Yes, Mum.
I should have stayed on deck with Quig.
No, it was good of you to join us in the boat.
Quig wouldn't have allowed you to stay on deck.
I'm sure we will be back on deck shortly. Never mind that sailor.
And what if there is real danger?
There can't be. The captain said so himself. This is just a precaution.
This fog on the horizon and no moonlight.
Yes, it's hard to see anything tonight.
I doubt the other ship will even see us approach.
Ma'am, can you hold this, please?
Ah, much better. Thank you.
Let's hope they see us.
It looks like some boats don't have their lanterns lit.
And all the stars. The sky is beautiful tonight.
Look at them all around.
Are there any supplies in this boat?
There's nothing. No water, no bread, no compass.
Any blankets?
I don't see any.
There are a few here.
Yes, some here too.
A stowaway! Oh, officer! Officer, look!
Sorry. So sorry. I can't swim.
Coward! Get over there and start rowing.
I can't. I broke my arm. That's why I can't swim. Please, sir, let me stay. I'm begging you. I don't stand a chance up there.
Sit down then. You're lucky I haven't thrown you overboard.
Here you are.
Thank you. Here you are, madame.
Thank you, Bert.
Thank you. It must be below freezing.
Thanks.
Best we keep that baby warm.
Thank you. Are you warm enough, Emily?
Yes, Mum.
Such a precious child.
They are always so beautiful at that age.
Do you have children yourself?
Yes, my daughter is at our home in New York.
I wonder if the others made it to the boats.
I hope they did. The boats must be all in the water by now.
Do you have family on board?
No. Our colleagues in the a la carte restaurant.
We were allowed to go up to the boats, but the men are being held in the second-class dining hall.
Oh, that's dreadful. Why aren't they allowed up to the boats?
They have to wait until all the passengers have left the ship.
But I did see Mr. Morget on deck, and the head chef, so they might have been let up early.
Oh, I hope so. The ship is listing quite badly now.
The lights don't seem to be getting closer.
Perhaps they're just reflections on the water.
No, they're definitely lights from another ship. We were signaling them earlier.
They look like stars to me.
Keep rowing towards the lights. Captain's orders.
You should assist us rowing. Allow one of the women to steer the boat. It's a perfectly calm night.
You row, sir. I will remain in command of this boat.
The women should be allowed to row.
No!
Rowing will keep us warm and we'll reach that ship in half the time.
I agree. The movement will warm us.
I am in charge of this boat. The women are not to row.
Oh my. Look at the angle of our ship.
But it's unsinkable. Surely?
She'll sink.
But the watertight doors should keep her afloat.
We only glanced the iceberg. Surely she isn't that damaged?
She'll founder. It's just a matter of time.
What about those not in lifeboats?
Deliver us from evil.
We must go back.
No, if we go back, they will swamp the boat.
People are dying. Can you not hear them?
It's our lives now, not theirs.
You cannot leave them. Please go back.
There's nothing there but a lot of sticks.
People are still alive.
We aren't going back. That's final.
I hope you will be able to live with yourself after this.
What about Daddy?
should be nearly at the sea floor. Telemetry looks good. Say 100 meters?
Sounds about right.
Good. Excited?
Yeah, I've seen all the footage, but I mean, it's different to be so close to her.
Ever done anything like this before?
Yeah, Bismarck as a grad student, and Lusitania on vacation a couple of years back.
Hell of a resume.
Alright, I've reached the seabed. Can't see much.
You're still a couple of 100 meters out, and back to manual control. Shall we run an equipment test?
That's alright. I'm good.
Okay, you'd better place a marker before we head too far. Interact with the button next to the map to place one.
Marker's been placed.
You can head towards the bow. So, I had a call from our main sponsor.
Problem?
No, all fine. Just voicing her excitement about us finally diving. Said she's looking forward to seeing what we can do. I've set up a call for 8 p.m. this evening.
For $45,000 a day, let's just hope we find something.
Never mind the money. My doctorate is riding on this.
Right, I should get my lights ready, now that I'm getting close to the bow.
You can control the movement of the sub's lights by using the up, down, left, and right buttons on your controller. To turn the spotlights on and off, interact with the button in front of the lever.
Whoa.
There's something you don't see every day.
She's a beauty.
Okay, first things first. We've got a contract with the Titanic Society to place their commemorative plaque on the forecastle deck. Get yourself into position.
Alright. Coming up to it now.
You'll need the Predator for this task.
Ah, the ROV.
Yep, courtesy of Flight Avionics and the latest in augmented reality technology. If you look up, you'll find a set of VR goggles and a control panel. The controls to maneuver the Predator are the same as the submersible. Make your way over to the plaques already laying on the deck, and remember that the range is only up to 15 meters. The advantage of driving without an umbilical.
Is there any way to boost the signal?
Yeah, but we need to upgrade the deep-sea transmitter, and they don't come cheap. The generosity of our sponsors and UNS funding only goes so far. If we complete these contract jobs, we might just be able to afford some upgrades.
What happens if I go out of range?
Just remember what I said about these new ROV. The automatic recall kicks in. 15 meters. ROV comes straight back to the sub.
I'm here.
Great. The plaque we're placing is in the Predator's inventory. You can access it through the menu.
Ah, I'll take a photograph with the onboard camera for the Society.
Great idea. They'll appreciate that. You can access the camera through the ROV inventory. Open up the menu again and select the camera icon from the inventory screen.
Press the cross button to take a photograph. You can get out of camera mode by pressing and release. No need. Just press the triangle button on your controller. This is the return button.
Now you're back in the sub. Recall the ROV by pressing the button next to the ROV goggles. It's above you on the right.
Where to now?
Hull breach on E-deck. I'll mark it on your map.
We're heading for his cabin, right?
That's right. Eyewitness testimony said Henderson kept a journal. It should tell us more about his activities on the final night.
I presume I'm looking for some kind of trunk.
Henderson had a briefcase listed on the manifest. With any luck, it's still in his room. Dr. Lynch,
Yeah?
why are we doing this?
$45,000 a day at sea.
No, I know, but that just about covers the costs of the expedition. I meant, like, why are we taking this job in particular?
Well, put it this way. Why do you think she hired us?
Because we're academics?
Yes, but more specifically, we respect the history. It would have been cheaper for our sponsor to just hire a salvage team.
And why'd you agree to take it?
Funding like this comes once in a blue moon, and I wanted to see her up close.
This breach is from the impact with the ocean floor. Anything in here is going to be messy.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
It's towards the top of the breach. Look for the flashing beacon. I really hope his briefcase is there.
Ah, I found a briefcase. I just need to pick it up by pressing the cross button to interact.
WJH. I think this is it.
Well, that's lucky. Are you going to open it?
No, not here. Assuming there's anything intact in there, it'll start degrading as soon as I open the case. I'll have to bring it back to the lab before we can take a peek.
Okay, you should put the briefcase in the Predator's storage then. Just open and close the menu again by pressing and releasing the info button. The briefcase will appear in the ROV's inventory as a selectable item, and you'll have your hands free again.
Right. If this is the last task for today, I'll head back to the
Let's get you
lab
to the
now.
surface. Activate the autopilot and get comfortable.
Alright, I'll see you in about 2 hours.
Whoa, looks to be in good condition.
Let's get this cleaned up. The silver doesn't look great after being in the ocean. This tobacco tin is covered in silver sulfide. I'll have to gently wash this. This journal is pretty special. The pages seem to be a fabric paper blend. I think the desalination bath will leach out the salt. Then it can go into the PEG station before freezing. These banknotes are delicate and will need a good rinsing in the a bone hair comb. I'll need to wash the salt out quickly before it crystallizes and the bone starts to crumble. It's come up great. It's ready for drying in the acetone bath. Looks like a receipt for a telegraph sent on the night of April 14th.
That's strange. I haven't found any reference to one being sent. I wonder what it said.
We can
Please
check with
ask
our sponsor
Nancy.
when she
We
calls.
can tell her the news.
We could also search the first-class purser's office tomorrow. See if
Hi,
we can find the
Dylan.
record
We're
book.
doing great.
The passenger's plate. We've just finished cleaning the artifacts we found today. We managed to access Henderson's cabin and retrieve his briefcase.
Wonderful.
Inside we found his journal, a few personal items still in good condition. One interesting item is a receipt for a telegraph sent on the night of the sinking.
Oh, that is interesting. I didn't know William sent a message.
That's what we thought.
It's possible it wasn't sent, and that it's still in either the purser's office or the Marconi room. We're thinking our next dive should be to explore these rooms.
I know teams have searched the Marconi room before, but I didn't think the purser's office was accessible.
Yeah, up till now it's been off limits due to the size of ROVs, but ours is small enough to access it. We're hoping we might find the purser's record book, with the message listed.
As for the Marconi room, other dives have shown most of the furniture is deteriorated, but the telegraph canisters might have survived.
Sounds plausible. Let me know if you find anything. I'd love to see the message he sent. I've only the letters from Southampton.
I noticed something odd in his journal. On the 14th he mentions carrying some special package, but I'm sure he didn't have anything reported in the manifest. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Well, in his last letter, he wrote about returning home with a present for my great-grandmother. I'll do a bit of research on my end. I can check over the manifest again to see if we missed anything.
Great, we'll let you know if we find anything tomorrow. I'm sending over photos of the items we found today.
Thanks, I really appreciate the regular updates. It's making writing much easier. We'll talk again soon.
Well, shall we call it a day?
Not quite. Gillian was kind enough to order in a stronger transmitter for our ROV. We'll need to fit it before the dive tomorrow. Otherwise, we won't be able to reach the purser's office.
I'll get on it now then.
It's waiting for you over there.
Thanks. I need to replace the transmitter in the ROV with the one on the table next to it. The instructions for replacement are on the posters behind the ROV rack, and I can access the lower sections of the ROV by lifting the rack bar up. She's all ready to go for tomorrow.
Cool. I'll see you in the morning then.
Radio check, Wilson.
Coming in nice and clear, Dr. Lynch.
Great. First up is the purser's office on C deck, correct?
Correct. To access it, you'll need to head down through the hole where the forward grand staircase was. I'll mark it on your map.
The C deck is pretty compressed from what I've heard.
Yeah, the impact with the sea floor bent most of the supporting pillars, so they're struggling with the weight of the floors above.
With the rate of decay increasing, it won't be long before it all collapses. I'm glad we've had a chance to come down here and see it for ourselves, before all this becomes inaccessible.
And she was sinking past then, and all of a sudden she lifted up quickly, and you could hear everything crashing through her. Everything that was movable was going through her. And then she went down and seemed to come up again. So I thought, well, now I'm going to leave. And I was hanging on to a board. We had two boards, starboard and port, which said, keep clear of propeller blades. And I was hanging on to one of these, and I was getting higher and higher in the air. And I thought, well, now I'll go. And I dropped in. I had a lifeboat on. And I hit the water with a terrific crack. Luckily, I didn't hit anything when I dropped in. There were bodies all over the place. And then I looked up at the Titanic. The propellers were right out of water, the rudder was right out, and I could see the bottom. And then gradually she glided away, and that was that. That was the last of the Titanic. I didn't want to die. I mean, I didn't see much chance of living, but I was gradually getting frozen up. And by the grace of God, I came across a lifeboat. and they pulled me in.
You'll need to be careful of debris when descending with the Predator. It might make it easier if you position your sub so the lights shine down the void.
Good idea. Deploying Predator. Starting to descend. Here we are.
Great. The purser's office and inquiry desk are on the starboard side. You'll need to go over the desk to get into the side room.
Right, I'm here.
The office is to the left as you enter. Be careful. This area hasn't been explored before. We don't know what we'll find in here.
To think the last person in this room would have been Chief Purser McElroy.
The record book would have been kept in a leather pouch.
I don't see it here.
Maybe try the safe back out in the inquiry office.
The doors are rusted shut. We can't check inside.
Is the pouch among the debris?
No, I can't see the leather pouch anywhere. We might be out of luck.
That's a shame.
We'll have to hope the Marconi room gives us some answers.
While we're here, we should collect a sample of the rust on the safe doors. MCPA regularly check for new species of bacteria living in rusticles, and I'm sure they'll want a sample of this.
I'll take a photograph of the scene too. They'll need to see the rusticle formations as well. Done. We'd better move on to the Marconi room.
I'll mark it on your map. You'll need to head back to the sub to get there. The Marconi room isn't too far from here, just between the first funnel and your current position.
How do I get in?
Either through the skylight or the corridors. Up to you which you feel is safer.
Right, I don't want to damage the wreck. Or the ROV. I'm in. There really isn't much left here, is there?
No, not really. Most of the furniture was wood, so it's almost all deteriorated.
There's a lot of debris on the ground, and a few broken canisters. Alright, just 2 more to go. I'll grab the last one. Alright, I've got all the canisters. Alright, heading back up now.
See you soon, Doctor.
These brass canisters will need a good scrub in fresh water. It'll stop them from oxidizing when they dry. I'm surprised these paper messages survived. They'll need to be soaked in the desal bath and then in the fungicide tub. Ready for freeze drying. Transferred to Titanic. Fine ship, fine weather. Arrive Wednesday with special delivery. Love, William.
He mentions the package again. Maybe he really did have something stowed in the cargo hold.
Nothing was listed on the manifest.
A lot of things weren't.
He could have been referring to anything, though. Might have been something special in his suitcase or in the purser's safe.
We can still search the cargo hold as a start.
Yeah, we'll check it out next dive. Right on time.
Hello, team.
Hey, Gillian.
We recovered the message from the Marconi room, but it doesn't really give us any new information.
That's still great news. I daren't have hoped you'd find it. What does it say?
We're sending you through a photo of the message now.
Thank you. Ah, it adds another layer to the story, doesn't it?
He must have thought himself lucky to have been transferred to Titanic.
The coal strike meant many people were upgraded to Titanic.
Such tragedy.
William refers to a delivery in this message, so we're assuming he may have kept something in the cargo hold. We're planning to head down there next dive to check it out. Depending on what it was, there's a chance it survived.
Did you find anything we missed in the cargo manifests?
No, but I've been doing a bit of extra sleuthing. I found out that there was a registered parcel traveling on the Titanic with a Mr. W.J. Henderson's name on it. Is it possible that the gift was traveling as mail and not cargo?
Yeah, that's a possibility. They could have also been two separate packages. The only way to know would be to check both rooms.
The mailroom used to be off limits, but we can access it through a new hole in the cargo hold wall. Our ROV will need another transmitter upgrade to delve that deep though, and a longer lasting battery. Do you have any idea of the size of the parcel? What's inside it?
No. Could have been anything, really. The registered weight suggests something small, and Mary liked delicate things. Maybe something French? She loved southern France.
Could it have been a religious gift? I read the Hendersons were very involved in their local church.
Yes, definitely. In fact, I'm surprised William's Bible wasn't in the suitcase you recovered. He was known to carry it everywhere.
Maybe he had it with him during the sinking.
Perhaps. There are mixed reports about his final moments, unfortunately. I'm not sure we'll ever find out what really happened.
Well, we'll try our best to find out. Hopefully we can learn more about him from the next dive.
I do hope so. I want to tell my great-grandfather's story accurately in this biography.
We'll speak again tomorrow, after the dive.
Yes, thank you. Talk to you then.
Right. We better get those upgrades for Predator sorted then.
I'll get on it now. She's good to go.
Thanks.
Radio check, CCGS Wilson.
Signal is great, Dr. Lynch.
All right.
I'm just marking a cargo hold on your map. You can access it from the number 2 hatch on the forward well deck.
I'll make my way to the hatch and deploy Predator.
I remember it all, very clearly from the moment that my father awakened me, because of course I was in bed and asleep, until I saw that ship sink, and afterwards when I heard the people around. I remember it all vividly.
Do you remember the panic? Were you panicked and frightened, or did you kind of, being 7 years of age, not really take it all in?
Oh no, I took it all in, but the panic started, of course, after the all too few lifeboats had gone, and people were coming up on deck hoping to get into a lifeboat, and there weren't any boats for them. That's when the panic started, which we could hear when we were in the lifeboat.
I suppose as a very young person you could see adults panicking and
Oh,
screaming.
yes,
Must have been absolutely
dreadful,
horrific.
dreadful.
And your father went down with the ship?
Yes, he did.
Your mother, however? was
She
spared
was saved
with you.
with me, yes, that's right.
And I hate to drag it up, but do you remember going away in one of the dinghies and looking back at the ships?
I do indeed, yes. Very clearly. And to this day, I hate looking at pictures of ships.
It might be a good idea to shine your sublights down the void again. There will be a lot of debris down there.
Heading down now. You were right about the debris.
The cargo crates and barrels in here have almost all disintegrated.
I didn't realize it was carrying so much cargo. Surely this wasn't all just for passengers.
No, most of this was produce and commercial goods being shipped to the United States, along with the passenger cargo.
I'll have a look around here before moving on to the mailroom, see if I can find anything related to Henderson. I can't see anything useful here. If he did have a package, it looks to be long gone.
Let's check out the mailroom then.
Where's the access point again?
It's in the side of the wall towards the back of the room. You'll see the metal has deteriorated there.
It looks like some areas are decaying faster than others.
Yeah, it is. We have a request from a conservation group to photograph the openings so the decay can be monitored.
No problem. Done. I'm through to the mailroom.
Deck plans show there is a parcel room to the right of the mailroom, near the stairs.
This room is pretty well preserved. Even the mail sacks look to be in decent condition.
The deeper you get into the ship, the more protected everything is.
I can't see anything here.
Try the bags near the stairs. There should be some sacks of registered mail destined for New York there.
Here we go. Found the New York bags.
Can you see Henderson's name on any packages?
Found one for a W.J. Henderson. I think this is it. The packaging isn't in great condition, but the contents look okay.
I can't believe we found it. Is there anything else there with his name on it?
I can't see anything else. I'll make my way up now.
Great. See you soon.
Hey Jean, I'll just get this cleaned up
I'm
before I
surprised
call.
the packaging survived at all.
This case will need a bit of care. A soak, scrub, PEG bath, and then drying. Luckily, glass and gold don't need much attention when recovered. Just a quick scrub to remove the dirt. That's beautiful.
Gillian will be so excited to see this perfume bottle. I guess it being French is correct.
Hi, Gillian.
Hello. What do you have for me today?
We made our way into the cargo hold and mail room and found William's gift. It was a small parcel in the registered mail sacks.
That's amazing. I honestly thought that it was a long shot to recover the parcel. What's inside?
A leather case containing a small glass perfume bottle. Looks like gold detailing, and you were right with your suspicions. It's French.
I knew it.
I'll send through a photo.
Now that this is recovered, though, I don't know where we should search next.
Honestly, we aren't sure either.
We were hoping the journal lender's gift might give us some indication of William's final movements, but we're at a dead end.
You should continue your search of the bow. There's still a large portion of the ship unexplored.
Yeah, we need to take advantage of this good weather.
What area should we explore next, then?
I suggest the D-deck reception area and Turkish baths.
We haven't really ventured into the debris field yet either.
It covers such a large area, though, 3 by 5 miles, and some areas are denser in artifacts than others. It would take us years to search the entire area.
What about that mosaic imaging of the wreck completed recently? Could we identify smaller areas to search from those images?
The divers focused on mapping out the wreck itself more than the debris field, but I heard some other diving teams have started on the surrounding areas as well.
I could contact those dive teams to find out what they have mapped. They may have finished some of the denser debris areas.
It's worth a shot. Let us know what you learn.
In the meantime, we'll keep looking for clues and let you know if we find anything of interest.
Thanks. I hope to hear from you soon.
Why the D-deck reception area and Turkish baths?
They're both areas Henderson would have visited, and we have jobs from other contractors in those areas, so it's a good opportunity. 2 birds, 1 stone, you know?
Fair enough. Will we need any upgrades for this next dive?
Yeah, we need to attach some specialty equipment to Predator for these contracts. The D-deck reception is a basic photography opportunity, so that's fine, but the Turkish baths is a recovery job.
A recovery?
Another dive team was searching that area, and their tethered ROV lost communication with the submersible. They've asked us to recover their ROV for them, and they've been kind enough to supply us with the necessary upgrades.
Do you think it'll be difficult to get out?
Not sure yet. We'll find out when we get down there and try. The ROV looks to be trapped under a piece of pipe, so we'll need to lift the pipe and then drag it out with a hook.
What equipment have they given us?
It's sitting over there on the table next to Predator. Should be easy enough to attach it all.
I'll get onto it now, then. This flotation gear will help me rescue the downed ROV. There's an empty float bag, a tank of petroleum jelly, and an inflation tube. The flotation bag will be filled with petroleum jelly instead of air. This is because petroleum jelly floats, but it's also dense enough to endure the intense pressure at the bottom of the ocean. This hook and rope will be useful when I rescue the downed ROV. All attached. She's ready for tomorrow.
Get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow.
Radio check.
Crystal clear, Dr. Lynch.
Okay, making my way to the D-deck reception area now. I can access this through the forward grand staircase, right?
Yeah, marking it on your map now. You'll need to park off to the side of the staircase this time, leaving the opening clear.
On that night of April the 14th, we all, that is, the captain and officers, knew perfectly well that we were just about entering the region where ice might be sighted at that particular time of the year, and had taken all necessary precautions. We were steaming that night at a good 22 knots. At 10 o'clock, I was relieved as officer of the watch by Murdoch, W.M. Murdoch. Of course, he knew nothing of the death trap lying ahead of us, any more than I did. And so, 5 bells, 6 bells, and 7 bells went by. But barely 10 minutes had passed after the sound of the last bell, when there were 3 sharp clangs on the crow's nest bell, followed by a cry from the lookout cage, "Ice right ahead, sir." Murdoch evidently saw the massive ice practically at the same time as the lookout men, and shouted, "Hard a starboard, full speed astern." Her bow swung a bit, but not enough, and she struck. She took the blow along her starboard side, masses of ice actually falling on the foredeck.
What's with the patches of damage on the deck? I thought it would all deteriorate at the same rate.
Those sections are deteriorating faster because of visitors to the site. Some people land their subs on deck, making it deteriorate faster.
Isn't conservation of this site meant to be important?
It is. It just took a while for people to realize what was causing the damage. No one lands on the wreck now.
Oh wait, aren't the subs supposed to be neutrally buoyant?
They are, but the scratching of the surface is what causes fast deterioration, not the weight.
I'm at the staircase, descending to D-deck now. Alright, I'm at D-Deck.
Great. The area in front of you is the reception area. Head forward and you'll find a grand piano on the port side.
Is that what I'm photographing?
Yeah, an American historian is writing about the Titanic's musicians and wants a clear photograph of the piano.
Can't believe this survived.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Like something out of a film.
I think this is the first room Henderson would have seen when he boarded.
Did you want to take a minute to look around?
Yeah, can I?
Of course. The next task is the recovery in the Turkish baths, so head down the grand staircase when you're finished here.
Alright, I'm ready. Turkish baths are at the bottom of the staircase, right?
Yep, straight down and off to starboard.
I'm in the baths now. I can see the ROV here pinned under a pipe.
Great. You'll need to get into position and attach the flotation bag to the pipe. The flotation bag is in the Predator's storage compartment.
Done.
Okay. Last step is to activate the tank, and it should fill the bag. You can activate it from the inventory.
Hey, it's working. The pipe is lifting.
Great. When the pipe's completely lifted, you can attach your hook and drag the ROV out of here.
Right. Ah, I think the motor failed. My arm's not responding.
Is everything else okay? Is the line attached?
Yeah, everything else is operational, and the line's still connected.
Okay, we'll fix the arm when you're back on the surface, but for now you'll have to be extra cautious. You need to drag the ROV back out to the ground staircase. The extra weight is going to make your controls tricky.
You're not wrong there. Predator's really struggling. I'll need to use my other arm until we get this damaged one replaced. This is going to be difficult.
Just take it nice and slow.
Am I towing this thing all the way back to the sub?
No, we've an easier way to get out of the wreck. Let me know when you're at the staircase.
I'm at the staircase again.
The next step is to attach a tracker to the ROV. There is one in your compartment.
Okay. Well, there she goes. Should I
Now
call
remove
it
the
up?
hook. No, we aren't finished down here yet.
What's left to do?
We need to collect the gear we left in the Turkish baths.
The flotation gear?
Yeah, it's too expensive to leave down here. You need to deflate the balloon and remove it from the pipe.
All done. I'm heading back up.
Great. See you soon. I'll get the lab ready to repair Predator.
Looks like the motor went.
Yeah, we're lucky it's easy to replace. Hey, Gillian.
How are you doing?
As well as can be expected, I guess.
How did you go with the dive teams? Did you find anything?
Not really. I contacted them and looked over the areas of the debris field that they've mapped using cameras. The images are highly detailed, but I couldn't see anything interesting there. They've suggested we consider mapping out an unexplored area.
Well, we could take on that contract for you if you want. Our submersible is capable. It's already fitted with sonar and cameras.
And we haven't found anything else related to Henderson inside the ship. I think we should start looking outside the bow.
Yes, I agree. We may get lucky and find William.
And even if we don't, we'll still be contributing to research of the ship and her passengers.
Do you have the coordinates for the area they want us to check?
Yes, I'll send them through. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm going to the Titanic convention in Southampton tomorrow.
Oh, great. Getting some research done?
Hopefully. It's a good opportunity to meet some of the other relatives of passengers and hear their stories. There's also a demo for a Titanic computer game being shown. Apparently, it's been in development for almost 10 years, but the developers are saying it'll be released soon.
It better be. I backed it on Funster years ago.
Let us know how it goes. I'd love to hear some stories about Henderson.
I suppose we should prepare for the next dive then.
We've got a lot to do before we head out. Thanks for the update, Gillian.
Not a problem. Let me know how you get on tomorrow.
Will do. Talk later. I suppose I better fix that arm.
Shouldn't take you too long. There's a replacement one on the table.
All done. See you tomorrow.
See you then.
Radio check.
Crystal clear, Dr. Lynch.
Alright, let's get this scanning started.
I've marked the starting point on your map.
So what's the process exactly?
Well, it can be a little repetitive, but takes a fair bit of skill. Basically, you need to mow the lawn with your sub.
Mow the lawn? What?
You need to scan up and down the area following a strict pattern, making sure you cover the entire area. The data you collect doing this will allow us to create a 3D detailed map of the area. And this will help researchers identify items amongst the debris field.
Right, so if I don't follow the lines perfectly, I risk missing a bit?
Yeah, pretty much. The submersible you're in is already fitted with both sonar and optical equipment for this exact purpose. If we can't make a full mosaic from the images you collect, the blame is kind of on you and your piloting skills.
No pressure then.
Well, we were standing on the steerage, third class they call it, and then we couldn't get up to second. And of course then there was one man with us, and he was our guardian angel, and he said, for God's sake, let the women up. So at that I got up
and then you
second.
And then you got into a lifeboat?
No, then I had to go to first cabin. The lifeboats were only going from first cabin. So there was a man on the second deck, and he asked me to go on his shoulder, and I climbed over, and then I think it was the last boat that was going out.
Did you take
They didn't want to let me on because there was too many on the boat already.
But you got into the boat?
But I said to the man I'd like to go with my sister because there was a neighbor with me, and I thought he'd feel... Because I didn't want to lose the crowd. I didn't really think it was any danger, but I thought I'd miss them in the dark. You know, it was very dark.
Did you see the ship sink?
Oh, yes. I was looking at it sinking when we were in the lifeboat, because we were in the lifeboats for 9 hours.
And then which ship rescued you?
Carpathia. Carpathia picked us up then early in the morning, about 9 o'clock or something.